SEO versus GEO. That phrase is practically capable of starting a fist fight on LinkedIn. There are people that say that they're one and the same. Those of us that know a little bit better know that that's not the case. But there is a lot of overlap and even more bull that's getting thrown around. So in this video, I'm gonna get into it. And whatever, come at me in the comments, I can take it. SEO is deterministic, GEO is probabilistic. That means you do a search like med spa marketing agency, and then you do it again, and then you do it again, and the results are not too different from one another. This is not the case when you're dealing with the probabilistic nature of LLMs. So you're looking for a healthcare marketing agency, this is one set of answers. You enter the same exact prompt and you get a different set of answers. And then you do it again and you get yet another set of answers, sometimes even formatted completely differently. Now, once you start throwing into the mix the fact that you have to do this for your visibility across Gemini, ChatGPT, and who knows how many other LLMs, it gets very messy very quickly, and in some ways, almost impossible to measure. SEO, on the other hand, you're dealing with one search engine whose results don't change that much, 20 years of best practices. So you're dealing with a marketing channel where there's a fairly clear road ahead of how to achieve your goals. Now, there is a process to get AI visibility. I have an entire video on it. I'm going to link to it in the description. That's not what this video is about. But a big part of that is about the citations that your business earns. And the problem is that each one of these models is going to rely on very different sources. So you may get cited on 5 websites that ChatGPT leans very heavily on, only to find that that does not move the needle at all when it comes to Gemini, and vice versa. So the second big difference between SEO and GEO, SEO progress is pretty easy to measure, while GEO progress is very hard to measure. The only real KPI that you can have when it comes to doing GEO work are the leads and traffic that are being generated from your efforts. With SEO, you have a lot more leading KPIs because you can measure things and they're not constantly changing. So things like rankings and all the data that Google provides us about those rankings are all very helpful, but absent when it comes to GEO. Difference number 3, technical SEO work can be a game changer when it comes to your organic search visibility. This is not necessarily the case with GEO. In other words, you don't need to do anything to your website really for ChatGPT or Gemini to be able to include you in its responses. With the exception of using JavaScript, or better yet, not using JavaScript on your website because they won't execute it and it won't see your content. But the tedious SEO work that often needs to be done in order to rank in Google search doesn't really need to necessarily be done for GEO. And the last big difference between SEO and GEO, the likelihood of a click. Now, don't get me wrong, SEO has seen a big decrease in these clicks since Google rolled out its AI overviews. I mean, this is our Google Search Console. But at the same time, our leads are up, and we are still getting traffic to articles. The studies that have been done about how people interact with AI mode and ChatGPT, yes, we were the ones that did that study. They've found that when it comes to articles, sometimes they won't even get cited at all, as you can see this one for this question I had on TRT. Or in cases like this, where you get this teeny tiny little citation in the answer that the model's giving you, the studies that have been done have shown almost no one clicks on these. So if you're doing articles or any sort of content as part of your SEO strategy, it'll get you some traffic. If you're doing articles and content as part of your GEO strategy, you're not going to get any traffic. Some people are banking on, well, the fact that your name is showing up in 6-point font next to the response is some sort of brand marketing. I don't buy it. But overall, GEO is not going to generate traffic for you if you're writing articles. Okay, so if you're interested in the process that we've been using to get visibility in AI, I shot a video where I walked through the steps right there. Check it out next.